Our universe contains infinite stories, most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look. It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together and things start to get interesting and a bit drier. A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic Era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind? Of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Entering this era as the Egyptians then? No prizes for guessing. Hunters grow. Both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggled to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability. Looking for ideas? How about science and elephants? I'd say the Mauryaans had a couple of good ones there. Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. Speaking of rich cities, I suppose there are far too many syllables to coin the phrase, when in Constantinople, do as the Byzantines do. Geography, cartography, algebra, optics, astronomy. It's a time of discovery and exploration, but discoveries are not made solely by traders and adventurers. Those who explore with ships and caravans would go in circles without those who explore with pens and parchment. The Joseon era was certainly famous for its ships. I wonder if their scholars worked with brushes and parchment, however, rather than pens. It gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future, though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink. We will see if the planet has now shrunk so much that the British Empire can reach its arms around it. The human mind, creative, imaginative, and ingenious at turning every single human invention to its most violent end. looking forward to a future which, with luck, will be counted in millennia, not in months. Great philosophers, great mathematicians, great food. Sadly, the elephants are no longer armed.
Greatest. It is no mean feat to be among the greatest. Be proud of your many achievements, your fame, and the mark you have left on humankind. History will not remember you as a warrior, or banker, or farmer. Your fame was garnered more or less everywhere. You also gained fame from the construction of a wonder. Amazing. Congratulations on the success of your ambitions. Your fame also derives from your religious role. You persevered as a leader of a faith in these difficult times. A nod to your diplomatic skills must be included. You were part of a grand alliance with at least 4 other empires. Congratulations. Under your guidance, the thrilling tale of humankind has been rewritten in your own words. There may be future adventures and deeds, and even grander scope for this grand story. Regardless, you have left a great mark and answered the question: how far will you push humankind?